to watch Akademiks and check it out because it really pains me when I gotta criticize or correct somebody who I really like, somebody who I like them personally. Their music is kind of cool. I bump it in the club. But it's necessary. You got to be objective, and a lot of times you might come off as a person always being negative, but you got to at least have an objective stance. That's what I try to do. Now, Chris Breezy, or Brish Brown, whatever you want to call him, he basically came out with a little rant on Twitter. He deleted a couple tweets, but we got them here courtesy of XXL Magazine. He went on a little rant about the Grammy selection process. If you don't know, currently a lot of people looking at the Oscars like, what's going on with this shit over here, right? Y'all ain't nominating no niggas. We putting out some movies that are not only being loved by the people, it is really selling out in the box office. So what is the fucking problem? Is it skin color? Now, if you don't know, the Grammys is kind of like the Oscars, okay? They're basically, you could kind of equate them in terms of prestige for each respective field. For film, we got the Oscars. For the music side, or the music industry, we have the Grammys, okay? Now, here's the thing about it, because he went on this whole little tirade. As I said, he deleted a couple tweets, but we do have him here courtesy of XXL Magazine. And I'll read some of what he said. He said, if you turn on your radio right now, I promise within the hour you'll hear Chris Brown on damn near half the songs, or I've co-written. Then he says, the awards used to mean something. Now it's about likes and memes. He continues, Grammy? This is probably the main reason I love being free to create any kind of music I want. Too many people kiss ass and work less. I'm thankful to my fans. I am able to be the best artist I can without having to conform to the ways of my peers. I also need my commission. A lot of y'all favorites are my children. Y'all know y'all dead wrong to have dude play MJ. If that's the case, let me play Superman. The fuck they do that at is that blackface. I don't support that corny ass shit. Now, those last two tweets were talking about a story that's going around that there's going to be a kind of motion picture about Michael Jackson, his later years, and they're having a white dude play Michael Jackson. Now, let me just say this. I kind of agree with Brish Breezy, but my nigga, what do you want them to do? At that point, Michael Jackson was a full fucking albino. A light bright Negro ain't gonna work portraying Michael Jackson in those later years. Michael Jackson was whiter than fucking Snow White and baby powder. So it's a conundrum that, of course, we're trying to solve, but how the fuck we actually cast Michael Jackson accurately? Okay, people give the Lifetime, like, producers and casting directors shit when they choose people that did not look like the actual people they were representing on screen, like in the biopic, when they had Missy Elliott kind of skinny, and at that point, Missy Elliott was fat as fuck. People were criticizing. Now, if Michael Jackson at that point looked like he was dabbing his motherfucking face every day with baby powder, what the fuck do you think they're gonna try to cast him with? Obviously, the person who looks the closest to him, which is white. We get it. Michael Jackson said, I ain't want to be played by no white guy. But somebody should have said, Michael, have you looked in the mirror? You look white. Okay, I'm sorry. I am really sorry. Even though I get what Chris Brown's saying. We're going against his wishes, but goddamn, look at him. Okay, I'm sorry to say it. Michael Jackson's a legend. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Now, let's get to the main point. He talked about the Grammys, all right? And as I said, it's kind of like the trickle-down effect because we see what's going on with the Oscars, and now we have entertainers within the music industry. They're looking around saying, word, y'all do have a point with this Oscars shit. I'm making hot-ass music. People are loving it. My shit's all around the goddamn airwaves. Why am I not getting the recognition from these award shows, okay? And I get the point when you just hear it on face value, but when you dig deeper into it, that's when you kind of look and say, Brish Breezy, are you motherfucking serious? Now, let's take this tweet. And of course, he deleted it, as I said before. But he says, if you turn your radio on right now, I promise you within the hour, you'll hear Chris Brown on damn near half the songs or he's co-written. Now, let's think about the songs he's talking about. Yes, I made this joke a long time ago, but Chris Brown is like a stock instrument on all of DJ Mustard's songs. Show me. He's on These Hoes Ain't Loyal. Which other songs? Holds You Down, All Eyes on Me, which, by the way, how many times in All Eyes on Me, most of these songs, like, they sound like a fucking like, man. They sound exactly the same. And it's just tells me where Chris Brown is creatively and where Chris Brown is actually peaked. Chris Brown is great for making a lot of money, having a lot of fans who are young, who are, like, hip. He's good for all of that. But Chris Brown creatively is maxed out there, all right? Chris Brown could make 1,000,000 hits with DJ Mustard, guaranteed. Okay, he got these type of songs you could dance to, you could two-step to, you could kind of bump in a whip, but he doesn't have a lot of type of songs that the Grammys look for. The Grammys look for ballads. The Grammys love motherfucking ballads. They love some shit where either it's kind of cross-generation, which means not only niggas is in the club popping bottles talking about these hoes ain't loyal, or bitches is shaking their fucking asses talking about getting their booty eaten like groceries, but actually challenging herself to do ballad once in a while. That's why I actually like Rihanna's album. She's actually challenging herself. Yo, I could make all these pop records all day, but let me try to do a ballad or something. If you trying to win a Grammy and we know what the Grammys are, now it's one thing if you say fuck the Grammys because they want ballads and I'm not giving ballads. You know what they want. They don't want no song like motherfucking, and I'm going down the songs he's done, right? Hold You Down, right? Only, okay, Supposed to Be, right? Hotel with Kid Ink. Anything with Kid Ink, motherfucker, you're not winning a Grammy for it. Let's be honest. How many times? DJ Khaled, that's my guy, but you're not winning a Grammy for none of that shit, okay? Let's go down. All Eyes on Me with Meek and Nicki. You're not winning no Grammy for that. Body on Me, that's not getting no Grammy. Play No Games, that's actually a very dope song. I'll give it to Big Sean for that. Very dope song. Player, you're not winning no fucking Grammy for that. Sorry, with Rick Ross, you're not winning no fucking Grammy for that. What do you want to win a fucking Grammy for? Listen, at some point, and this is the main point I'm making, right? At some point, rappers or singers, you got to come and accept, and not even only rappers and singers, I'm including actors as well. You got to admit the music or the art that you're making is not really catered to win awards, it's catered to cash out. You're making these songs, they're charting really well, people like him, and then after a while, people move on to the next, and you probably supply them with the next one, right? It's like Kevin Hart to me. If Kevin Hart came out of the side of his mouth complaining about why the fuck ain't Ride Along 2 or Ride Along 1 nominated for an Oscar, you probably looking at him like, nigga, please. Listen, it did great in the box office. We all like it, okay? It's funny to laugh at within the moment. But do you think it's a Oscar-worthy performance? No. Breezy, you're selling out. And I think I heard like Ice Cube said this, but the reward for most of these guys should be the money. And Chris Brown, you're going platinum constantly. You're not going to get awarded for these songs, and you know it. You're not dumb. You're not going to get awarded for some of these songs you're singing. You honestly, and I've said this before, Chris Brown is a case we have to realize he is what he is. Stop looking at potential. At some point, potential has to meet reality. Chris Brown ain't motherfucking 18 no more. He ain't 16. Chris Brown is 27, okay? And at least musically, you could tell that he is supposed to be in his prime. He's not giving us like the type of material that you could just listen to and be like, wow, this is amazing. You know what I mean? As I said, he's very popular, and it's kind of like Drake. They're making shit where, yo, it's popping. I will dance it in the club. I will bump it all day in the whip. But when we think about Grammys and knowing how they award, okay, they don't necessarily look at the charts. If you want an award for you doing good on the charts, you got to look at the Billboard Awards. That's what they got them for. We know what all these award shows are for. The Grammys are for the multi-generation type of music, this music that not only your kids will be bumping, but also the granny will be bumping, the uncle will be bumping, and not only that, it's the songs where it's not just polluted by a bunch of synths and also drums, it's about vocal talent as well, okay, at least when it comes to singing and also cultural impact. So we just got to know what it's about, man. I understand what Chris Brown is saying. The Grammys never really been for niggas. The Grammys never really not only been for you, it's never been for nobody. If you follow the formula that the Grammys accept, right, and we do give all these award show powers, if you follow the formula, you'll be making a song like John Legend, All of Me. You know what I mean? You're going to be making songs like that. You're going to be making songs like Happy. You're going to be making songs like motherfucking Robin Thicke, If You Can't Feel How You Want to Feel, whatever, Blurred Lines. You're going to be making songs like Sam Smith and Adele because that's what they love. They don't love a song talking about these bitches ain't loyal. They don't love a song talking about pass me the fucking liquor. That's not what they're checking for, Breezy. And you're my guy. You dance great. You're amazing. You're a legend. Okay, and when I mean legend, you have ran this generation for like the last 10 years. Good job. okay? But if you're talking about some works that has appealed to everybody, to be honest, one of your best songs, in my opinion, was your song called Fine China. That one, and not because it kind of looked like you were channeling Michael Jackson, but it felt like everybody could rock with it. Now, I thought you were going to go along that route to explore it, except we saw in a bunch of DJ Mustard songs. Listen, I'm going through the track list and I even got more here. Show me. Main chick. Main chick? You can't win no fucking award for no main chick. Get the fuck on out of here. Briss, I really like you. I really don't want you to take this like I don't. But you're not winning an award for main chick. Hold you down, talking about, only, supposed to be, hotel, private show. You changed me. Actually, you changed me. That's a little bit different. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. I really like that record. Let's see what else he got here. All Eyes on Me. I talked about that already. Paradise, Player, Sorry, Gold Slugs. Oh, hell no. Briss, come on. You know better than that. And those are really just features. I go to your original music, right, that you put out. Strip? You ain't winning no fucking award for no strip. Turn up the music? That's some EDM nonsense. You know you ain't winning no award for that. Okay, Sweet Love, I actually like that song. Don't Wake Me Up, you know what that is. You ain't gonna get, listen, you're gonna get Billboard awards for those type of shit. Not no Grammys. Okay, Fine China, I liked. Loyal, Ayo with Tiger, Okay, Liquor, Okay, Zero, You ain't getting no fucking awards for those shits. So you should know what it is. Now, I get it. Hopping on, piggybacking on what they got going on with the Oscars right now, but it ain't validating your case because we're looking at this shit and we're like, huh? No, bro. We hear your music. That's not Grammy worthy, okay? And just like Kevin Hart, as I said, will not be coming out complaining by Ride Along 2 and Best Man not being nominated. Briss, accept the millions. That's your reward. Your fucking award is looking in your bank account, logging into Chase, and you see about 10 or 30 or maybe even 100 million, and you go buy yourself a nice Ferrari and you buy your next side chick one too. That's your fucking award, not a Grammy, okay? And sometimes we just gotta accept. These niggas ain't working for fucking free. You niggas at the end of the day either getting a lot of money, millions, right? Or sometimes the people who are getting awarded, they don't even sell that much. Sometimes they'll pick some obscure movies and give them a fucking Oscar. Didn't even do good in the box office till afterwards. So, Briss, you can't have it all, bro. You can't have it all. And if you do want the Grammys, you care about it this much, sacrifice some sales. Sacrifice being on the radio at all times to create that one particular joint that they will look at. Okay? Get a comment box. Make sure you guys like. Definitely subscribe. It's your boy, Akademiks. I'm out.